Have you ever thrown something away and days later had that strange feeling of, I think I messed up? Well, that's not random regret. It's your body trying to warn you. Even before you open Google, subtle warning signs appear. A hesitation, a slight tightness in your chest, that doubt you ignore so as not to waste time. These are early warning signs, signals from your body indicating that what seems like trash might be real money. The problem is that nobody taught you how to listen to it. As you discard old boxes, outdated electronics, forgotten toys, and useless objects, silent symptoms emerge. The constant feeling that opportunities are always passing you by, and it's not bad luck. These are the initial symptoms of an invisible pattern, the habit of underestimating what you already have in your hands. Don't ignore it. Many of the items you throw away today are exactly what collectors will be looking for tomorrow. And the hidden symptoms of this mistake only appear later, when you discover their value. Too late. In this video, you'll discover common things people throw away every day, but that are worth real money. And more importantly, you'll learn to recognize the signals your body is giving you before making that mistake again. If you've ever felt like you're always late to opportunities, stick around until the end. Some symptoms you shouldn't ignore might be hidden in what you're about to throw away right now. Old cereal boxes. Many people throw away old cereal boxes thinking they're just old cardboard. But that's a classic warning sign of invisible waste. These packages carry nostalgia, historical design, and scarcity, three things the market highly values. When someone feels that, is this worth anything? Before throwing it away, it's already an early warning sign. The body usually reacts with a slight hesitation, an almost silly discomfort. These bodily signals don't appear for no reason. They are silent symptoms that something common may hide real value. Don't ignore this feeling. Cereal boxes from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, especially limited editions or those featuring famous characters, can be worth tens or even hundreds of dollars. Many people only realize this later when they see advertisements and feel that classic regret. One of the initial symptoms of late learning. This regret is one of the hidden symptoms of not having investigated beforehand. A practical example. Before discarding, simply search the cereal's name plus vintage box on sites like eBay or Etsy. This simple habit prevents throwing away things that your body's signals have already marked as different. The most curious thing is that the pattern repeats itself. The more everyday an object seemed, the more value it gains over time. Ignoring this generates symptoms that you shouldn't ignore, such as the constant feeling of, I always miss opportunities. An attentive mentor would say, observe before discarding. If something evokes memories, strangeness, or sudden attachment, these are silent signs asking for investigation. And this logic doesn't stop at old packaging. It appears even more clearly when we talk about brands that have simply disappeared. Defunct store. Branded items. Items bearing the logos of stores that have closed down often end up in the trash. And this is a warning sign of how value changes when the story ends. Bags, t-shirts, mugs, and even labels become relics when the brand disappears. That strange feeling of, this is too old to use, are early warning signs that the body picks up before the mind understands the market. These bodily signals appear as sudden curiosity, an unexpected attachment. They are silent symptoms of perceived scarcity. Don't ignore it when something common starts to seem unique. Many of these items gain value precisely because they carry collective memory. People feel initial symptoms of nostalgia when they see them, and nostalgia sells. These are hidden symptoms that the market recognizes quickly. A practical example, t-shirts from defunct retail chains, well-preserved paper bags, or old signs are usually in demand among collectors. Before discarding, photograph the item and search for the store name plus vintage. If that pang of regret arises when you imagine throwing it away, those are signs your body is telling you to investigate a little more. The common mistake is underestimating the mundane. This habit creates symptoms you shouldn't ignore, like the recurring feeling of, "I wasted my money." A wise mentor would say, when a brand dies, its objects cease to be useful and become narrative. Learning to recognize these silent signs transforms trash into opportunity, and this same pattern of hidden value also appears in even smaller, almost invisible objects, especially those made to fool fish, but which today ensnare collectors. Old fishing lures. Old fishing lures may seem like just colorful pieces of metal and plastic until you realize they carry history, technique, and scarcity. Throwing them away is often accompanied by an almost imperceptible warning sign. This doesn't seem disposable. This quick doubt is already one of the early warning signals the body emits before reason calculates its value. The body's signals appear as curiosity, a desire to keep just in case. They are silent symptoms that this common object has something more to it. Don't ignore this instinct. Some vintage lures, especially those from discontinued brands or handmade models, are worth far more than they seem. Collectors look for original paint, intact hooks, and old packaging. When someone discovers this too late, that classic regret arises, one of the initial symptoms of learning through loss. This discomfort is one of the most common hidden symptoms of those who discarded something without investigating. A practical example: before throwing it away, research the lure's name or post a photo on vintage fishing forums. This simple step often confirms the signals your body is giving you. The pattern repeats itself. Technical objects age better than they seem. Ignoring this generates symptoms you shouldn't ignore, such as the feeling of always being late to opportunities. An attentive mentor would say, everything made to last tends to gain value over time. Learning to listen to these silent signals changes how you deal with what you call clutter. And this logic of hidden value becomes even more evident when the subject is old tools, those that solved problems without needing a battery or an app. Old tools. Old tools are often treated as dead weight, but then a classic warning sign appears. They still work better than many new ones. Wrenches, planes, hammers, and saws made decades ago were designed to last a lifetime. When someone hesitates before discarding them, feeling that this thing still has some life left, these are early warning signs in action. The body's signals appear as an instinctive respect for the object. These silent symptoms indicate functional and historical value. Don't ignore this feeling. Many of these tools are sought after by collectors, artisans, and restorers. Antique steel, solid wood handles, and extinct brands drive up the price. Those who throw them away and discover their value later experience initial symptoms of frustration. A costly lesson. These are hidden symptoms of not having investigated beforehand. A practical example: look for the engraved brand and search for vintage hand tool. If your body has already signaled curiosity, it's telling you to stop and research for 5 minutes. A common mistake is confusing old with obsolete. This creates symptoms you shouldn't ignore, such as the feeling of trading durability for fragile convenience. A wise mentor would say, what was made to last carries silent value. Learning to recognize these silent signs changes your relationship with what you call scrap. And this "it still works" logic appears in a curious way when technology changes format, especially when we talk about media that fits in the palm of your hand. Cassette tapes. Cassette tapes may seem outdated, but discarding them often comes with a subtle warning sign, the feeling of throwing away an entire era. The body perceives this before the mind rationalizes, sending early warning signals like sudden nostalgia or unexpected curiosity. These bodily signals aren't silly romanticization. They're silent symptoms that the object has become in demand again. Don't ignore it when something too old starts to feel special once more. Classic bands, rare recordings, limited editions, and even original mixtapes have an active market. Those who discover this later experience initial symptoms of regret. A classic, "I had this at home." This discomfort is one of the hidden symptoms of not having researched beforehand. A practical example. Before discarding, search for the artist's name plus cassette on marketplaces. If the tape is sealed or well preserved, the signals your body is giving you are usually correct. The pattern is clear. Physical media resurfaces when digital becomes too impersonal. Ignoring this generates symptoms you shouldn't ignore, such as the constant feeling of missing trends before they return. An attentive mentor would say, "Cultural cycles always return." Learning to read these silent signals helps you see value where most see junk. And this same logic of unexpected return becomes even stronger when we talk about small, colorful, and seemingly childish pieces. Lego pieces. Old Lego pieces may seem like ordinary toys, but throwing them away often triggers a curious warning signal. This isn't just plastic. The body perceives this before the mind, sending early warning signals such as excessive care when separating the pieces or the urge to save them for later. These bodily signals aren't empty nostalgia, they are silent symptoms of real scarcity. Don't ignore it when something childish sparks adult interest. There's usually hidden value there. Discontinued sets, rare color pieces, and specific minifigures can be worth a lot of money. Many people only discover this later, experiencing initial symptoms of regret when they see prices online. This regret is one of the most common hidden symptoms of those who discarded items without researching. A practical example: before throwing something away, separate the pieces with printed numbers and search on sites like Bricklink. If your body has already sent signals telling you to be careful, it's worth listening. The pattern repeats itself. Durable, modular, and collectible items age well. Ignoring this creates symptoms you shouldn't ignore, such as the recurring feeling of "this could have yielded something." A wise mentor would say, anything that allows for infinite recombination tends to gain value over time. Learning to recognize these silent signs changes how you deal with toys, objects, and even technology. And speaking of technology, some old devices, forgotten in a drawer, are surprising many people today. Old cell phones. Old cell phones often end up in a drawer or the trash, but then a warning sign appears that many people ignore. They're not just outdated technology, they're timeless landmarks. When someone hesitates before discarding an old device, feeling that this thing is still worth something, those are early warning signs in action. The body's signals appear as excessive caution, sudden curiosity, or that persistent doubt. These silent symptoms often indicate historical or collector's value. Don't ignore that feeling. Some specific models, early iPhones, phones with physical keyboards, limited editions, or sealed devices, can be worth much more than you might imagine. Those who discover this later experience initial symptoms of classic regret. This discomfort is one of the most common hidden symptoms of those who discarded something without researching. A practical example: before throwing it away, look for the exact model plus sealed or vintage phone on marketplaces. If your body has already given signals telling you to stop, it's worth listening. The pattern is clear. Technology becomes history faster than it seems. Ignoring this generates symptoms you shouldn't ignore, such as the feeling of always underestimating what you have in your hands. A wise mentor would say, what inaugurates an era almost always gains value later. Learning to recognize these silent signs changes the way you deal with electronics. And this logic of hidden value doesn't stop there. It appears strongly when we talk about something that everyone uses until it's worn out and throws away without a second thought. Old sneakers. Old sneakers are often discarded automatically, but then a warning sign appears that many people ignore. Some pairs age like fine wine. When someone looks at a worn-out sneaker and feels that doubt, this isn't just an old shoe. Those are already early warning signs at work. The body's signals emerge as excessive care in handling, a desire to keep them, or even silent pride. These silent symptoms indicate cultural value, not just use. Don't ignore it when something common starts to seem too special to throw away. Classic models, limited collaborations, first editions, and pairs worn by athletes or artists can be worth a lot of money, even with signs of wear. Those who discover this too late experience initial symptoms of immediate regret. This discomfort is one of the most frequent hidden symptoms of those who discarded without researching. A practical example: before throwing away, photograph the pair, identify the exact model, and search for it on resale platforms. If your body has already sent signals telling you to hesitate, it's worth listening. The pattern closes here. Items linked to identity, culture, and personal history gain value over time. Ignoring this generates symptoms you shouldn't ignore, such as the constant feeling of, "I had something valuable and didn't know it." A wise mentor would say, everything that represents an era tends to become collectible. Learning to recognize these silent signs transforms discarding into a strategy. And when you put all these examples together, it becomes clear that much of what seems like trash is money sitting idle, waiting for someone to pay attention. If you've made it this far, it's because this video was worth your time. At some point, you recognized yourself in it. That doubt before throwing something away, that belated regret, that feeling that opportunities always pass you by unnoticed. This isn't distraction, it's warning signs that you've begun to learn to see. Throughout the video, it became clear that many early warning signs appear first in the body, as silent signals, small hesitations, initial symptoms that most people ignore. Now you know, when your body sends signals, when silent symptoms or subtle discomfort arise, it's not an exaggeration, it's practical intelligence. These are hidden symptoms warning you that there is value where you've learned to see garbage. Don't ignore these symptoms you shouldn't ignore because they put you ahead of most people. Few stop, observe, and investigate. Those who do transform common habits into real advantages. So, if this video opened your mind, stick around. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. The next videos will continue to reveal these invisible opportunities, these signals your body is giving you before the market even notices. Because when you learn to see value before others do, you stop chasing and start making better choices.